Hey friends, Mark Holmes here, and as always, thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Blue Sports Report. Without you guys, this literally does not work. Man, just got finished doing my live stream. Shout out to Cowboys up north, who won the Dak Prescott shirt. So finally we have a winner. So all you trolls can stop saying, yeah, you can't even give away that Dak Prescott shirt. Well, it's going to go to a great home. But if you didn't win, don't worry. I have a lot of autographed shirts that I've had collected over the years. In fact, I have another Dak Prescott autographed one that I've had. Got signed his rookie year. In fact, when I first met him, when he literally said, "Man, I don't do that. I don't do." He's like, "I'm from Louisiana. I don't do that voodoo." It's like, nah. It's good luck, man. It's good luck. But that was great. I'm glad Cowboys up north ended up winning it. Shout out to Noah Jenkins, and Pick and Pop, guys. I'm gonna make sure. Listen, I'm gonna take some of those. Go through tomorrow. I'm gonna go through those autographed shirts that I have. I'm gonna send you guys each one. I'm gonna send you one of the beer glasses as well because you guys ended up doing so many super chats. I can't thank you enough. You know, we have trolls. And I'm noticing, I don't know if you guys have noticed this or not, the Eagle trolls aren't coming around the way they used to. They're not as heavy. Now, you know, like a month ago, 2 months ago, they were riding like crazy. You know, Philly 500 was doing a video, Mark Holmes this, Mark Holmes that. You notice they kind of slowed the roll down. They have slowed their roll down. I think that they're getting worried. I honestly do. I think, you know, everybody's getting nicked up. Okay, we all understand that there's a lot of soft tissue injuries out there, okay? You know, Tyron Smith, his hamstring was tight. There's a lot of players that aren't in tip-top shape because, you know, coronavirus. Some people had great places to work out, like, you know, Dak Prescott put a field in his backyard. Other players, you know, maybe kind of took it a little easy. Maybe we're not going to have a season, so, you know, I can take it a little easy and so forth. And, you know, Lyle Collins, we're hearing that he's not quite in shape that he should be in. You know, we still got some time to get back in there. And we're getting a lot of soft tissue injuries. A lot of guys are getting a little nicked up because they didn't have all that work. And some teams are getting hit worse than others. You know, we hear Tariq Hill. I've got to check on it. Tariq Hill, I know, was grabbing his hamstring, and there's worry about that. Dallas Goddard has got a stress fracture in his thumb, I believe. So he's not working out till next week. I know Zach Ertz is a little nicked up too, and he's not practicing. And so, you know, maybe the Eagle fans are a little worried on that one. Now, it's kind of funny. There's a couple things that stand out because I'm actually, when we're talking about the super chats and things like that I get, because I know brethren, the troll in there is like, what are you going to do with all those super chats and stuff, like, you know, I'm stealing money or something like that. But I put a lot back into what I do. If you've been watching my channel for any length of time, you know that it's evolved. Every year I've built another locker that's in there. I've upgraded equipment and things like that. You know, I just got a new microphone 2 weeks ago, a professional quality, a much better quality. It went from the $69 one that I had to a $350 microphone, and I think it sounds better. It still sounds my voice, but the quality coming out of there, my voice still sounds bad, but the quality coming out of the microphone is better from that mic in there. And I've added, you know, more cameras. I'm doing different things. I've got the stream deck and stuff, so to make it more fun. You know, there's only so much football you can talk about. You also need to be able to have fun, and that's what I like doing, is having fun. But as I've grown with other things, the computer that I bought 3 years ago, gaming computer, well, it's not as fast as it used to be because everything else has grown. And it's literally maxed out, and I need to upgrade that, and that's where I'm buying another computer. And I want to buy one that's going to be able to grow, so I'm literally going to be buying kind of a gaming computer and loading it up, you know, for war, because I want to do some really, really cool things. And now I've lost my whole stream in here, but I'm also trying to figure out, because we're going to have a hard time, of course, not being able to go to games. I want to make the experience that we have coming from here during our live streams fun. So I'm working on here. This is my outdoor man cave. There's actually a deck over that portion of it. There's a 60-inch TV that I have that I mounted on the wall last year. But I'm putting in a ceiling that'll drain, so that way, even if the weather's bad, that we can have tables and we can socially distance and have a football party out here. So we'll live stream during the games and be able to be socially distanced, and we'll be able to take in Zoom calls from you guys and be part of the stream. And so that's my vision. So when somebody asks me, what are you going to do with all that? Well, you know, it costs money to build a studio and fill it with equipment, and that's where I have to thank you guys for the support. But back to the Eagles. I don't have as many of those Eagle trolls in right now because I think that they're worried about the upcoming season. I haven't really paid that much attention to the Eagles because I'm dealing with my job and, of course, trying to keep up the Cowboys. And we all know keeping up the Cowboys is a full-time job. But I was hearing something, and maybe somebody just commented this and it's not true, but they said that some of the players seem to like Jalen Hurts better than Carson Wentz. Now, it's a little early to get that because they're saying that he's not selfish. I don't know if that's true or not, but if that is the case, that's pretty strong for a rookie to come in and start having people to start following. And again, I don't know, so don't quote me. Don't quote me. That's just what somebody commented during my stream. I need to do some more research. But I do know one thing is for sure. The amount of Eagle fans coming in. I saw Philadelphia in tonight, but I don't remember seeing too many other ones. So maybe they're just trying to get their game face on, or they're worried about writing a check that they're behind can't cash. That could be that maybe they'll figure, oh, they'll forget about all those things we said in the offseason just in case we lose to the Cowboys. But this team, right now, I feel it's hard because so many times you think that, yeah, I feel good about this team. And the team ends up letting you down, be it Jason Garrett or the players, or you can put it on whoever you want to put it on. But we've been let down many, many times before. But I honestly feel like there's something new and different with this team and this organization. It seems like Mike McCarthy has gone through, and the things that Jason Garrett used to do no longer happen. It used to be that the Cowboys would have, like, an Apple type computer. Apple, presentation and stuff, and they'd come up with a theme for the season. Recommit, finish the fight. All of these different sayings and mottos and things. We'd all buy the shirts and everything else, and it was more rah-rah than actual substance. We'd have the afternoon practices, of course, and we'd have Jason Garrett, afternoon press conference and stuff, and he'd always come in with a big cheesy grin and everything else, and tell you how proud he is of the guys. But now we got practice in the morning. Now maybe some of this has changed because we're not in Oxnard, but you got Mike McCarthy, who 8 o'clock in the morning, we got press conferences. We got the players that are having to do things differently. They're trying, instead of saying, this is the way we do things, we're looking at all options. Our eyes are wide open. We're talking about a hybrid defense, as opposed to, this is a bend and break defense, and you got to fit the system. You know how many times it drove me crazy when we'd have a player that we'd look at and say, oh, this guy's not worthwhile. He doesn't fit what we do, and he goes someplace else and plays well. Martellus Bennett, we were like, oh, that guy, no, he's not worth keeping. Let him go. We got Jason Witten, and he goes on to win the Super Bowl. You look at Brandon Carr, who goes to Baltimore and gets 3 interceptions, in 1 year. We couldn't buy an interception with him when he was here with the Cowboys. We had Morris Claiborne. We gave up a first and a second to move up in the draft to get him, and could never get him to stay on the field healthy, and he goes to Kansas City. In fact, everybody from the Cowboys go from Kansas City on the defense and ends up winning a freaking ring. And it's always like, you look at guys and say, are we picking the wrong players, that we're picking bums? Or is it we just don't know what to do with them because they're being successful elsewhere? I'm not trying to rag on Jason Garrett. I don't want to do that, I know Dak Prescott loves Jason Garrett and things. But I'm just looking at the differences we have right now. And I see so many things that seem so much more positive. I could be wrong. I could be completely wrong. The season could be a disaster. But what I know is right now, the issues we had last year at this time, we do not have. We had a DeMarcus Lawrence who could not practice because we didn't get a contract done, and he waited to get his shoulder worked on, and he was literally on the PUP list till the last week of training camp. This time last year, Zeke Elliott was in Cabo running on the beach. This time last year, we had Amari Cooper dealing with plantar fasciitis and could not really get himself going. Still got over 1,000 yards, but you can't tell me that it didn't hurt him not being able to practice during training camp and during the season. He would still play on Sundays like a warrior, but he still was not 100%. All those issues and all those things that added up, and a kicker that couldn't kick. He kicked long distance, but couldn't hit anything inside 50. But all those things that we had last year, all of these other changes that we've made, it just feels night and day different. Like I said, I don't know how this season's going to go. But I'm happy about what my quarterback did. I don't know how many quarterbacks out there decided to take their money and build in their backyard a practice field so they could practice during a pandemic. I just don't think that there's too many that did that. And I must say, I'm proud of him, proud of the guys that worked out, and I'm proud of this team that thus far seems to be on the right track to make sure that they don't get coronavirus. I'll even say Jerry Jones seems different. That's right, even Jerry Jones. Jerry Jones seems to be taking a step back. Am I the only one that thinks this? He was on the Fan today. He did very little talking about the players on the field. He was talking about how great it was when we were in Oxnard and driving on the coastline. And he was talking about the possibility of fans being in the open spaces of AT&T Stadium, that if we open up the doors on both ends and open up the roof, that it's really an outdoor stadium and it's lots of space in there. I think he's going to look at trying to say we're going to put 50% capacity up in there. And basically say we'll take the club levels and we'll socially distance in there and so on. We got the concourses there, which are the standing room only. We can put we can spread some tables out in there. Instead of it being standing room only, we have socially distanced room over there. Jerry Jones is a salesman, but Jerry Jones even is not front and center like he used to be. Even Stephen Jones, he's having a little talking here and there. He's going through and explaining the Gerald McCoy situation. But it really feels like this is the Mike McCarthy show. That Mike McCarthy is taking care of the team and running that part of the organization. And it'll either be we sink or swim, and it'll be all on Mike McCarthy. I can't wait. So we have 3 weeks and 2 days until we take on the Rams. I can't wait. I hope that they can get football going, get it going safely, and get us and get us a full season. We need this like nobody's business right now. All right, y'all. I appreciate you guys listening to me. I know I'm an old man that talks too much, but I appreciate each and every one of you guys. All right, I'll see you guys first thing in the morning. Tomorrow is another day, and they're looking where I've started to put the ceiling up in here. Hopefully I can get this finished tomorrow. Daniel Hernandez, he was mentioning that he might be able to stop by and say hello. Haven't seen him, of course, since last season. And got to work in my studio. So I'll be here tomorrow. Be safe out there.